All problems are for the I. All problems, issues, concerns, questions, dilemmas, and so on, are for the I. For example, I am happy, I am sad, I know, I don't know, I had it, I lost it, I was born, I will die. These are just a few examples of self-centered thinking. As you can see, all these binding thoughts revolve around the sense of I. Nail down the identity of the I, and all problems resolve. The imagined sense of being a separate I is the source of all problems. Because the I as a thought is really very intangible, all types of other ideas get wrapped around it in order to give it some semblance of solidity. All the self-definitions, identities, and apparent conditioning hinge on the unexamined sense of I. The most direct teachings set aside all philosophizing and theorizing, and go directly into an investigation of the import, real meaning, of the word I. This, I believe, is Ramana Maharshi's self-inquiry. What is this that I call I? We are constantly saying I, all day long, all life long, but what is it? If the cause, the I, is seen to be non-existent, can all the effects, all the definitions built on the I, survive? I had read about this idea for years, but my entire view of life was radically altered when I actually investigated this for myself. The moment I saw that the person I thought myself to be was not there, that it was a false assumption, I directly experienced a profound freedom from all problems, doubts, and suffering. It was remarkable. I did nothing at all. There was just a looking and seeing that the person, the separate I, was not there. There was not a trying to be free, or solving of any intellectual puzzles. That is about all I can say. You can never find the answer in the mind, so it is useless to look there. No amount of thinking can free you from the riddles created by thought. The problems, if there are any, are only created by the mind. They are a product of thought. But you don't have to do anything with thought, such as get rid of it, modify it, or suppress it. Just see that what you really are, right here and now, is that presence awareness that is the basis on which thought is happening. That which is knowing all your sensations, feelings, and emotions, is radiantly aware. It is effortlessly knowing and being. It is simply the clear, spacious presence of awareness, or as the Buddhists say, cognizing emptiness. Get a feel for this. Have the willingness to look at this. Sense it, feel it, be it, relax into it. Know with assurance that you are not a limited person bound up in thought. You are the sky-like presence awareness, in which the whole universe is appearing. The next time you think, I am this or that, or I have a problem, or whatever, just drop the apparent problem and ask, who is this I that I think I am? Is this what I really am? You can even investigate and try to find this I in your direct experience. Is there a sensation, a thought, or a feeling that you can call I? We say I, but precisely what is it? Then it will dawn on you. Hey, am I not aware? Am I not present? Is not the presence of my true nature here, perfectly untouched, unsullied, like the sun shining above the clouds, completely unaffected by the appearance and disappearance of thought? This kind of looking will pull the drain plug out of the sink of the mind, and all problems will be sucked into the void of non-existence. I do not exaggerate when I say that a lifetime of problems will evaporate. As they say, a cave may have been dark for thousands of years, but when you bring a torch into the cave, the light instantly obliterates that darkness. Understanding, awareness, and thought. When I came across Bob Adamson's book and CDs of his talks, interchanges started to happen. I didn't consciously do anything, but the grip of the conceptual thoughts began to loosen. Things began shifting and falling away. I could not even articulate what was happening, but there was an experience of freedom. I sensed it was right. When you come across a good, clear teaching, it is the wisdom and the clarity of the teaching that is liberating, not necessarily anything you do to make understanding happen. Ultimately, it is your own innate wisdom that is functioning in response to the clear pointers of the teacher. The you trying to understand, who, seemingly, gets it and loses it, who struggles and so on, is not who you actually are. It is just a play of thoughts, of concepts, of unexamined assumptions about yourself and the world. You innocently pick them up in the course of living. It is these thoughts that create the perplexity and confusion. Notice that when you are asleep or absorbed in some interesting activity, your problems disappear. It is a key point to see that all problems are just created in thought and nowhere else. This is fundamental. All problems, doubts, and confusion are generated in thought. Not being clear on our true nature, we believe the concepts and stories in the mind, and they take us for a ride. Your living awareness, who you really are, is utterly present and not affected in the least by thoughts. You are aware of the mind, just like the sun shines on the clouds. You are utterly free of thought. Whatever thought says about you is untrue. You are prior to the mind. There is knowing, hearing, seeing, and sensing going on all the time, spontaneously. This primary awareness is present. It is prior to any conceptual activity. There is a fundamental difference between awareness, or the direct experience of knowing, and conceptual thought, which is just words and labels. We take the words and labels to be real. Can you drink the word water? Is the thought, I see, the same as actual seeing? Do the eyes say, I see? Or is there simply seeing and later the thought comes up, I see? It is the same for all the other senses. Try to see the difference between awareness, or non-conceptual knowing or direct knowing, and the labeling activity of the mind. Of course, thought is also directly known in awareness. Thought is happening in awareness directly, spontaneously. Later the thought comes up, I am thinking. That I is spurious. It is not really present, except as a concept. You shine as the living light of pure awareness at all times, never touched by thought or its definitions. out of ignorance. We tend to focus on the thoughts and labels, the stories and the person imagined in thought. A subtle shift brings you back to the simple recognition of the fact of your true nature as presence awareness. The mind can never grasp it, your true nature, because it contains thinking. However, you can know your real nature for certain at any moment because you know you are aware. You know you exist, even without taking thought about it. Normally, this is overlooked because it is so simple. The mind is apt to minimize this pointing, but it is utterly profound. If you have the good luck to meet someone living in this direct understanding, he or she will point you back to this relentlessly, until it is as plain as the nose on your face. It is useless to struggle to get this. Just let the pointing draw you in. Feel the resonance. It will get you.
It can't be that easy, can it?
Glad to see you get it. Many is the seeker who has laughed when they finally got it, including Buddha. It is a cosmic joke.
If that is enlightenment. I have been enlightened forever without knowing it, all the while desperately searching for it.
I'm not sure you see how profound your words are. But, basically, yes. What you are seeking, you already are. Just think over the core expressions of the great teachings. You are that. Your own mind is the Buddha. I and the Father are one. The eye by which I see God is the eye by which God sees me. And so on. This is the core insight at the root of all deeper spiritual teachings. A clarification may be helpful here. It is not exactly precise to say, I am enlightened. An essential aspect of the understanding is that there is ultimately no separate I to be enlightened or unenlightened. Nevertheless, recognition of your true nature is possible. It is just that an individual cannot claim it as an experience.
You are kidding here? That's all there is to it? Is that what self-realization means? To simply know, feel, experience, and be the source of the thoughts about what you are, which never are and never can be what you actually are, because the real you precedes these thoughts and causes these thoughts?
Yes. Don't underestimate this understanding. The mind, out of habit, will want to dismiss this. It will say, this can't be it. It is too simple. And then you are off around the track again. If you see yourself as that which stands prior to thought, you are outside of time, the universe, duality, birth or death, you name it. There is no bondage to speak of.
I am the projector of images and not the images? I am the very thing, being, presence, awareness that wonders what the hell it really is? I am the life that is trying to figure out what life is all about. I am the medium of awareness out of which these thoughts emerge. Is that it?
That is you. You are timeless, ever shining, presence awareness. You can never lose it and never find it, because the one searching is that for which he is seeking. From this point on, thoughts, feelings, actions, and decisions will spontaneously arise as they always have. There is no separate individual at all at the helm. The mighty universe unrolls in the vast light of your true being, because you are not a limited person at all. There is no more room for questions, doubts, and problems, or all the rest of the conceptual apparatus that pertained when you imagined you were a separate I. You are the timeless ground of being. If the mind should arise and say, "But what about this and that?" simply notice the ideas as passing thoughts that have no relation to you at all. All thought, feeling, and perception appears in awareness. They have no existence apart from awareness. Just like waves arise and set in the sea, so do all thoughts arise and set in you. Thoughts are only vibrations in awareness. They are made of awareness. There is only one substance, one essence. There is only radiant, cognizing emptiness shining in all directions. That is all. You are that. There is only that. If you grasp this, the course is run.
There must be more to it than this. I mean, if this is it, the search is over right where it began.
Yes. I couldn't have said it better myself.
It can't really be that simple. Can it?
Yes. But I don't have to confirm it at this point, do I? Your question shows that the facade is beginning to crumble, and the recognition is already dawning. Dealing with the mind. It is key to see that the mind simply cannot get this understanding. The doership, the practicing, the meditating, and so on are all at the mind level. But your knowledge of your existence, your awareness, is here immediately in direct experience. The reason the mind cannot get it is because the mind appears in that. You are present whether the mind is there or not. Sensing, thinking, and functioning are happening spontaneously and quite effortlessly, without the conceptual activity having much of a role. You are seeing right now, but are your eyes saying, "I see"? "I see" is a thought, but seeing is happening. The mind is like a keyhole. You go up to it and look into it. No problem. But then you imagine that your whole life is taking place in the view within the keyhole. If you just step back, you notice there is an entire universe outside of the keyhole. There is no practice or activity within the view of the keyhole that can take you beyond it, because you are beyond it already. Just listen to what is being pointed out. Feel the resonance. Your inner wisdom awakens, and you begin to sense the truth that is being pointed out. That is all. You cannot do anything as a separate doer to understand who you are. If you want to do anything, at least question. Who am I anyway? I have taken myself to be the mind, to be bound by the mind. Is that really true? Till this questioning occurs, we take the beliefs in the mind to be the reality. The mind is not an enemy, and there is nothing in particular that we need to do with it. It really does not have any momentum, but until it is questioned, we remain fascinated with the show. It is our own interest that fuels the momentum. Once you begin to glimpse your true nature, as the awareness in which the mind and all else appears, you are out of the game. No effort or struggle is involved. The effort and struggle are part and parcel of the conceptual mind. If you find yourself struggling or fighting with the mind, you have taken a wrong turn. You have overlooked the presence awareness and have jumped on board the train of thought. Realize you don't need to do this. There is nothing compelling you to do it. Just see that this is all taking place in thought, but awareness, the real you, is free already. It is that simple. You do not become free. You notice your present freedom. The binding thoughts in the mind all have their root in the initial thought of separation, the I thought. Until that is clearly seen, the mind will continue to give trouble. Nail that down, investigate that one thing, and the entire lifetime of concepts and self-centered activity, the bondage of the mind, is resolved. I say this from my own actual experience. This kind of seeing completely undercuts the mind without any personal effort. The cure for ignorance is wisdom, which is just clear seeing. Initially, this may be pointed out by a teacher, but then your own seeing kicks in and you can take it from there. Soon the knowledge is unshakable, and the need for a teacher is done. The wisdom or recognition arising in you is the response to recognizing the truth being pointed out. Your own innate wisdom is awakened and leads you to what needs to be seen. There is an innate intelligence within you that is much greater than the thinking mind. You intuitively know this. Just have a little faith in that. Stay with the pointers. Let them resonate. All will unfold naturally. You will verify it in your own living experience and confirm it by the freedom from suffering and limitation that ensues.